This story was written by user CroatianSpy as a response to a writing prompt created by user StudioBoy02. The story can be found on Reddit at r/CroatianSpy or r/writing prompts. The writing prompt reads, "Discharged veteran Kevin McAllister returns home to handle his family's estate, mainly the decaying property in a gentrifying Chicago suburb. To the disappointment of a land developer he won't sell. We'll make him sell. He's a broken man, wounded and home alone." Veterans Day. Kevin sat at the top of the stairs, nursing his injured leg. A trail of blood ran down the steps, blood that was hardly his own. It had been a rough day. The traps had served their purpose. Many had been wounded. They were the lucky ones, and yet they still came. The corrupt land developer, the source of all this madness, knew that there was no going back. If he stopped now, there was enough evidence to bring him and all his men down. No, he needed to kill him, and Kevin was well aware. Kevin heard a scream in the darkness. The lights had long ago been cut, but by the sound he knew that the bear trap had been successful. There was little left of his defenses, little left to protect himself and his home. But how many more could there possibly be? He stood up on his good leg, limping to ground floor and checking the last of his traps. He had to be prepared for the worst. The land developer had had enough. He'd killed his fair share of obstinate people, and the old and the sick that did not want to leave their premises. But something was different about Kevin, something sinister, something unnerving. But if you needed a job done, you needed it done yourself. He cut off the man's screams with a swift strike to the head. Kevin grabbed the fallen tripwire, rolling it around his hand. He had nothing left to protect himself with, save for one thing. He had been prepared for this ever since the war. This would be catharsis. Kevin slipped the wire through his last trap. His final, "fuck you." The house was already in ruins before the men had come, but this would be irreversible as death. He limped away, gently trailing the wire with one hand, carefully trying to find an exit in the darkness. He tried to drown out the cries of the wounded men, the cries of his past haunting him. There was never an escape in war or in life. A glint of light flickered in the darkness, and he turned sharply towards it. Gunfire erupted, 6 shots hitting him in quick succession. He collapsed to the floor as the land developer approached him, taking off his night vision goggles while reloading his weapon. He suspected that the man would have something snarky to say, perhaps some kind of stupid monologue. He didn't wait to see if he was correct, nor did he have time to. With the last of his strength, he ripped at the wire, 9 pins clattering to the floor. And Kevin was never alone again.